Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
The last thing you want to hear when you need your auto insurance most is a robot with countless irrelevant menu options. Which is why with USAA Auto Insurance, you'll get great service that is easy and reliable, all at the touch of a button. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you are listening to High School Hoops with our hosts, Steve Collins and Jake Steger.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 52. I cannot believe it's been one entire year of us running high school hoops. And so we're going to talk about the basketball, kind of the season in review, kind of how you look at the entire season. It's going to be a great podcast. Don't miss it. Don't fast forward through it. All right. Welcome. High School Hoops, episode 52. So is there an anniversary song? I know there's a birthday song. Start singing our anniversary song, Coach.
Anniversary songs tend to be kind of romantic, and I just don't want people to think of a bromance.
That's true. So. Bromance, yes, bromance.
Bromance. Maybe we'll go with bromance song.
So you'll love this. So because it's an anniversary, I'll tell an anniversary story. So my anniversary is the middle of July. I was in a gym with my son coaching a game on my anniversary from about driving to Kettle Moraine. Offered for her to come. Been married 21 years. She said, no, that's fine. But yes, anniversaries are an interesting cookie for sure. So let's look back at the year, Coach. What do you like and dislike about it? What do you think have been, I hope people that are listening to this will give us some ideas moving forward. Would you want interviews? Would you want us to do something different with high school hoops? We could go out and find some of the most successful high school coaches. There's all sorts of things that we could do. It's a lot easier. I'm going to be honest. It's a lot easier for the two of us to sit down and do a bunch of these, than to do interviews. Interviews could probably be no more than once a month or once every other month, but we're open to some ideas if anybody has some. But what do you think has been good and bad about it?
I just think the first thing that I just love is being able to be connected to people all over the world. That's been so cool to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget, getting certain things sent to me, books and stuff. And, I often do different interviews for Coach Unplugged, which is connected to all this stuff. And I think that's my favorite thing, is being able to connect with people all over the world and different attributes of the game, from mindfulness to practice planning. That's my favorite thing. I think the second thing is just learning from other people. I think is so cool.
Right. You and I basically have a two-person, it's not a mentoring ship, but it's almost like a mastermind. It's like we're just talking. I mean,
right.
We're basically and then I sit and take notes I literally sit and take notes and it's like, oh, I got to think about that. Ooh, what are we going to do with that? So we're both learning. I'm at least learning a lot when I do.
Yeah, I would really like, if moving forward, if people could come up with some topics and discussions that they would like to have,
Ooh, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Even if it wasn't, and maybe it would be, even if it was one day, it was 2 or 3 questions.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do, people. Jake is Mr. Google Form. We're going to put a Google form in the show.
Yeah. I can create the Google form and you can put it in there.
Okay.
And we can, I can constantly check it, and I can get notifications when someone does it.
Yeah.
But I would love that,
Let's do that. That's a good idea.
And even if it's a side thing, instead of this, this whole full time out, maybe it's the way that we start our show, the question from, and then but if we feel that this topic is something we can talk about the whole time, but
right. Trust me, if they give us a decent topic, you and I will go off on 3 tangents. So we're
right. So, but if people are really interested in using the ball screen in their offense, that's a topic in itself. But that is about what people want to hear,
Right.
What you guys want to hear as high school basketball coaches. I think the more interactive piece that you guys can have just makes our life easier, because I think we can branch off so many different things.
Right. And I think and I've told people, and one of the teachers I teach with, I think what makes it unique is it's different perspectives. I hate to say it, but Jake's earlier in his career and I'm near the end of my career. So it's different. We have different perspectives. We look at, some things we 100% agree on, but we're different. I've had different experiences than he's had. So it's just, I think that's what makes it really unique and really cool, I think. All right. What's the question this week? So we're going to put a Google form down below. That's his homework.
That's my homework. When my son is napping, so I'll have to take a time to not nap. Over the next week or so to do that. What is the best way that you think it is to guard a ball?
At the high school level?
Yep.
I think it's to double it, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yep. And but I'm just thinking. Hey, everybody, I hope you're enjoying that. If you could right now, leave us a review. Even if it's just a 5-star review, that's great. Or if it's a written review, I read every one of them. They do mean a lot to us, no matter where you listen, especially on iTunes. Also, make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. We're all kind of creeping up. We can see basketball season off there in the horizon. Can't imagine a better time to come join before all the changes that are going to be happen. Also, if you would like to help us out and do any shopping in Amazon, you can click our Amazon link down below, and that would be one way. Every time you purchase something, we get a little kickback as an affiliate link. So I hope you're enjoying the podcast. Let's get back to it. It would be either double switch or switch double. Those would be my two possibilities. I think they're the easiest. I don't think if you give kids too many variables, they'll mess up. So I think, I think you could change back and forth from game to game. I think the standard should be switching for the most part.
Oh God, switching is so easy.
Right.
But especially the states that have shot clock. Switching would be. If I had a shot clock, I would switch on all screens.
Everything.
Everything. Yep. If I had.
And we've got a little issues. We've got a small point guard this year, so he's about 5'7", 5'8".
Right.
We'll have some issues with that, but we're going to come up with some counters. We've already thought about it. It's like, all right, if we have to switch, how we're going to deal with that.
I really like to jam the ball screen. I don't know if you know what I mean by jamming the ball screen, where basically Steve's smelling his armpit right now.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I silenced it so no one had to hear me sneeze. But whatever. I'm the only person to get a summer cold. Explain what you mean by hard hedging that.
No, not hard hedging. I said jamming the ball.
Jamming. So what do you mean by jamming?
So basically the guy that's covering the screener screens him almost to allow it to eliminate the roll. And then the person that comes underneath it.
So say that again. So the guy that's coming up the screen. Yeah, this will be interesting. I feel like you're like in a movie set here too with your background and stuff.
So it would be like the person that's on defense is actually screening that guy that he's jamming him. He's not allowing him to roll.
He's not allowing him to roll. I like that.
So and so then the guy that whoever's guarding let's say a big is setting.
And what do you call? What do you have a call for that? What do you call that?
I just call it jamming.
Okay.
I learned it from Tom Izzo. Tom Izzo runs about different ways. Here's what I like about it. When at levels, a lot of times people at the high school level, smaller schools, they run ball screens for big guys to roll.
Right.
It eliminates that roller. Most guards can't, maybe unless you have a really good guard, can shoot off the dribble. Right. It allows enough time for that guy to come underneath that screen and recover on that guy. And if you're helping middle, you already have help to begin with.
Right.
So basically, that guy is jamming. I don't know if I wish I could show you.
Yeah, you don't have your computer next. You don't have your computer to show.
No.
Maybe I'll have you draw that up on Fast Draw or something. I'd love to see that. I think I would love. That's something I need to work on too, with screening and reads of screens and all the different types of. The problem is you got to simplify because we don't have time to work on all of them.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, it's really simple because all they're doing is, all right, if my guy is going to set the ball screen, I'm setting a screen on him.
Right.
And he's not allowing him to roll. And guess what? That guy just comes underneath.
Underneath.
And guess what happens? You got to be careful, though, because if they slip, they slip. But if you are jamming in and he slips the ball screen, you still already have coverage on him.
Right.
So, it's one way of looking at it. I had a lot of success with it. It's because it's an easy way to run. I think hedging sometimes creates miscommunication.
Well, we won a state title because they did hedge, and it gave us enough space to get the shot off in 2011.
Correct. I remember that.
Yeah, so it's like that's why I tend to jump or switch, but switching can cause some problems too. I agree. I like that. That might work for our point guard. Anytime someone comes and tries to screen for him, we don't switch, we jam.
You allow him to come underneath. Because and if you really, it depends on how your defense. But jamming, I don't know.
So I'm going up to screen. The point guard's got the ball. I'm going up to screen the defender.
Yep.
I'm defending. They're defending me. So
and I'm going to basically set a screen on him.
On me.
Yep.
Okay.
And you're jamming him.
Yeah, because I'm going to set the screen on the ball. The point guard's got it. I'm going to set that screen, but then when I try to roll and turn, the guy that's actually defending me is screening me.
Right. And so you did not hear. And so then guess what? That guy can be able to go over, under either, depending on which way that guy goes. It's actually really easy for people to understand. It really is if you think about it.
I like that.
Because all you got to do is go underneath.
I like that. I love that.
So you go underneath. So yeah, that's that would be Tom Izzo defending screens DVD years ago. Great DVD. It's just,
I wonder if you can find. I got to see if I can find some of that on YouTube.
Yeah, it's jamming the ball screen. He teaches it well, but it might be something that might be good for you guys to use with a smaller point guard.
Yeah, I mean he's quick as like a lightning.
Right. So if you can get that slow guy that's screening to have your other guy push him out and allow that quick guy to come underneath.
Everybody. Anytime our point guard gets screened,
we jam,
and everybody else switches.
Yep.
Because everyone else is pretty uniform.
That's pretty easy. I like that. And you could even if that point guard sees that happening, or that big guy, he should be calling out jam, and he'll know what's going on.
Right.
That's why we do what we do, Coach.
It's worth a try, if nothing else. You know?
Right.
All right. Do we have a question this week?
That was our question.
That was our question. Okay. You can tell. So we batch these things. You can tell we've been doing this a long time tonight.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we'll talk next week, Coach. Hey, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you subscribe and like. You know, I don't talk about my YouTube channel a lot, but go over and check out our YouTube channel at Teach Hoops on YouTube. Subscribe, like there. That would be great. If you really want to help us out, there's two ways you can do it. You can click down the Amazon link down below, and that basically moves you toward if you click there first and then go shopping, you won't even notice it, and it basically we get a small little affiliate link every time you purchase something. And the second thing is go join teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Talk to you soon.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.